Good morning. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Just finished up a great hour, heating and cooling advice. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is Hire It Done. It's a home improvement radio show. It teaches you, the homeowner, how to fix, repair, or remodel everything within the four corners of your lot. You see, I'm not a do-it-yourself show. However, I'm not anti-do-it-yourself. I am here to help you, the consumer, hire contractors and get it done right. But we're also here to give you advice. We're here to give you the trends. We're here to give you information and news and anything that's related to items around your house. So with that being said, get a piece of paper and a pen. Get your coffee ready, and I'm inviting you to join the conversation because we're talking home improvement and everything. And this morning, we're going to be talking about a proposed Department of Energy rule that limits consumer choice, and it also is going to risk American jobs. So in order to vet that out and filter that out, joining me on the radio right now in 32 markets is Frank Windsor of Renai America. Good morning, Frank.
Adam, good morning. How are you?
I'm so good. I don't know what to do with myself. How are you?
There we go. Doing well, doing well.
So let's first introduce yourself to the audience and what is, or remind everyone about Renai America.
Sure, yeah. My name's Frank Windsor. I'm the president of Renai America. Renai America is a Japanese company based in Peachtree City, Georgia, and we're best known for our tankless water heater technology. We've been doing business in North America. Next year will be 50 years, and currently we're the market leader for tankless water heaters and space heating.
Well, thank you for that. So for everyone out there, I have Renai tankless water heaters in my house, and I could not be happier. It's just a game changer. It's kind of like a heated towel warmer. I don't, not to downplay anything, or heated floors. Once you have it, you're like, I can't believe I live without it. So kudos to Renai, and the product quality is benchmark, which is great. So Frank, the Department of Energy is proposing some sort of energy saving law that actually is our government at work backwards. Can you explain that to my listeners?
Yeah, sure. I mean, first of all, we were dealing with gas stoves, and now we're dealing with tankless water heaters. And the Department of Energy came out with a ruling 2 weeks ago. And basically what their ruling recommends is taking electric tank water heaters and requiring that all electric tank water heaters become heat pump technology. And then on the gas side, basically taking a non-efficient tank from a 0.65 efficiency to a 0.7, but eliminating non-condensing tankless water heaters, which are a 0.8 efficiency, and requiring consumers to move up to a condensing tankless water heater, which is going to be a substantial cost increase at a higher efficiency rate, but a substantial cost increase.
It almost sounds like an oxymoron. Like you're getting rid of something that's more efficient. Who gets behind these laws? Is it someone backed from the water heater industry, or like where is this? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but literally it makes no sense. How do we make sense out of this?
So I think there was a consortium of environmentalists and tank water heater manufacturers that got together and started talking about water heating. And initially the discussion was around electric and moving to electric heat pump. And that is a massive change for the tank manufacturers and a huge impact to the consumer. Today, a heat pump electric water heater is 3 to 4 times more expensive than a standard electric water heater. So the tank guys are going to have to deal with massive changes in their production side. Then they started the discussion around gas water heaters. And because of the demands they were putting on the tank guys, the recommendation was, well, let's just hit the easy button and we'll get rid of the non-condensing tankless. So at least we've done something there. And the problem is that non-condensing tankless water heater is a much higher efficiency than the tank. It's the opening price point for many consumers to move to the tankless technology, and it just forces consumers back to the less efficient tank. So it's a head scratcher for us. It's a head scratcher for most of the companies that we talk in the industry. Most contractors that we talk to look at it immediately, and they're just scratching their head saying, you're taking a choice away from the consumer that was a great choice and it makes no sense at all. So that's
Right.
really the feedback that we've been getting across the country.
We're talking with Frank Windsor. He's the president of Renai US or Renai America. Didn't Frank? Didn't you guys just build a plant or finish renovating or retrofitting a big plant in the United States?
We did. We actually, April 2 years ago, we heard the call loud and clear from our leaders in Washington saying, hey, we want you to bring production to the United States. We built a $70 million factory in Griffin, Georgia, which is just south of Atlanta, close to our corporate headquarters. Opened that up about 18 months ago. And in that factory, we make all of our non-condensing tankless water heaters. So we've got hundreds of people there making our water heaters every day. We're the only major tankless manufacturer in North America making our product here. And it's a big change in direction for us, for sure.
Okay, well, that's fantastic and nice to know. So if you're a consumer and if you're a plumber in the contracting business and you know about this, Frank, what's your advice for homeowners or people to do? How can we call our congressman? Is there an easier way? What's the solution?
Yes, thank you, Adam, for asking. You can go to Rinnai, RINNAI.us, and we have a link on our website. In just over 2 weeks, we've had 7,500 people come to that website and fill out a letter and send it to their local Congress people, along with that letter goes to the Department of Energy. So that's the way that you could impact it the most, is to just go to our website and fill out that link. We've got a 60-day period to respond back to the Department of Energy. And again, our goal is to get as many people as possible to reply back saying, hey, this is a bad decision for the American consumer, for the water heater industry as a whole, and for the contractor trade.
Right, and that makes sense to me. So the one of the things that for people need to know is if this gets through, energy costs are not going to go down. Like if you electric bills, everything goes up. How does again? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like almost confusing. Is there any logic to what they're doing, or not?
Well, I think on the electric heat pump, there are real efficiencies for electric heat pump. The problem is the upfront cost. So how long is the consumer going to be in the house to realize the benefits of the electric heat pump? On the gas water heating side, the real issue today is the 4 million tanks that are installed each year that today are at an efficiency rate of 60 to 65%. That means for every dollar you spend, you get 65 cents of hot water. When you go to a non-condensing tankless water heater, you get 80 cents, and for a condensing, you get 90 cents. The other key piece here is that the life of a tankless water heater is twice as long as a tank, and the consumer will lose those benefits too. So the only thing that we can do right now is just voice our opinion back to the Department of Energy and hope that they hear the calls that we're sending in saying, hey, this doesn't make any sense.
That's it. I appreciate that. Well, here's our call to action, my friends. Go to rinnai.us, RINNAI.us. Get a hold of your senators, your House of Representatives. It'll automatically populate with a letter, and let's tell the Department of Energy that we don't want this. It's always a strength in numbers. Frank Windsor, president of Renai America, I want to thank you for calling in, and we're going to get you back on again to give an update to listeners on what's going on in that, okay?
Yeah, Adam, and we appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
Got a great show, and we appreciate you supporting the Renai company and the issues sitting in front of us right now.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Frank, I appreciate it. Have an awesome weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Adam. We'll see you. Thank you,
Alrighty.
everybody.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more tips, how to save money on plumbing. This is Hire It Done. Welcome back. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman. That was a really good interview. We had Frank Windsor, president of Renai America. He is leading the charge with energy efficiency water heating, tankless, of course. And the Department of Energy came up with a requirement, or a proposed requirement, to make some more efficient product non-existing. And it doesn't make any sense. I read it 3 times and it made me confused. It's like the Build Back Better Green Deal. It makes no sense, half of it. All the things that come out of this, and I don't talk politics because I don't want to, but all the things that come out of this is the consumer, you and I, have to pay more money. I don't get it. Money ain't growing on trees for me, friends. You know? I mean, I bought Bitcoin and I lost my butt. So, you know how that goes. Everything I do is backwards except for home improvement. So anyways, it's just frustrating, and I want everyone out there to know that my job is to help you save money. Look at what we do with the roofing, right? You've heard the roof resource. You hear me beat it up to death over here because it's so good. The homeowners are loving it. And what is the crux of this? Saving consumers money. At the end of the day, if you get a water heater that heats the water and it saves you money, don't you want that? If you buy a roof that's a lifetime roof and you're saving money, like half price. My friends who are listening here, hire it done people, think about that. That's what we want to do. We want to get the best for less. Back in the day, you used to be like, yeah, you can't have pick 3, speed, quality, and price. You can only have 2, you know? Well, if you take speed and quality, you're not going to have a low price. Like, we've always heard that euphemism, right? Measure twice, cut once. Well, technology has allowed us to be able to present a new way of doing business. Nothing overcomplicated. Remember, the home improvement business is like dinosaurs. We're the last to adopt new technology. A yellow pad and a piece of paper, a yellow pad and a pencil is every contractor's best friend. Now, smartphone, laptop, okay, that's next. And then what? Scheduling software for contractors? Builder Trend? I know a lot of contractors who say they have Builder Trend, and I will tell you right now, if I lined up 10 of them that I know, and there's more obviously, Builder Trend obviously is a management CRM type program for contractors. I would tell you that of the 10 contractors that have it, 9.9 out of them don't use it regularly or don't use it like it's supposed to be used. So you think about that. What are some technologies that are used in home improvement? So my tankless water heaters in my house, I've got the Bluetooth app. So what I can do is when I'm in my sauna and I'm schwitzing and dripping and detoxing, I know I want to get out of the sauna and I want to take a shower. So I hit my app and then the Bluetooth sends a signal to the tankless and it starts heating the water up and circulating it. So when I get to my shower, it's instant. But the best part about it is it's endless. That's what you need to know. And if you got 5 other kids taking showers at the same time, guess what? It's really, really the best way to do it. So you got it going, unlimited. What else do you have that you can save money? Well, you hire a plumber. You know, technology on a plunger, it's all the same. You know, you want to jet out a drain? No problem. The jets are, going to clean it out. So what kind of technology helps plumbers? How about they text you on the way? Hey, Mrs. Homeowner, it's XYZ Plumbing, Shelby Mechanical. We're on our way. And then a picture of the guy who's coming. That's kind of cool. That's technology. Click here to cancel. Click here to talk to the driver. Whatever it is. There's technology that works. So we're trying to adopt things. Kitchen companies, they use a product called 2020. By the way, you have 2020 eyesight. That's where it came from. I was a contractor as late as 2004. When all I did was contracting. I started Hired Done in 2005. But let me say this, my friends. I used 2020 back then. And what it was a computer-aided design, CAD. It was a CAD program to help you design kitchens. And we're like, okay. But today, 2020 is pretty cool. And you have designs in your kitchens and things like that through AutoCAD and stuff. And by the way, it works. And when you're a kitchen contractor, you use that and show homeowners. That's how we do things. So how do you learn from this? If you're a contractor listening, how do you apply any technology? Don't just get a technology because you want to. Get it because you want it to save you money. Get it because you want homeowners to say, wow, this guy's smart. Anything that'll help you do business. Don't make anxiety for yourself and be like, oi, I got to do this or that. No one wants that. So that's my spiel, right? All right, coming up next, we're going to have trends in home improvement for this summer and this fall. My name's Adam Helfman, and don't forget, 248-539-9797. Text me. This is Howard Dunn. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. By the time you feel thirsty, your body has already lost more than 1% of its total water. We're a lot of water weight, as you know, even with Ozempic. Anyways, it's easy to stay hydrated when you love and trust your water. Do you love your water? I do. Call Beauchamp Water Treatment today and find out how. They're everywhere. Highland, Fenton, Waterford, Howell. Don't forget it's Salt Sale Saturday, right? So, as you know, if you have water softeners, do all that. I, myself, have reverse osmosis in my house, and now we have the pH alkaline water filter, which adds minerals back in. Love it, by the way. So, hey, don't forget it's Shout Out Saturday, 248-539-9797 if you have a shout out. Anthony, selling furniture all day at Gardner White. The icing on the cake after the big project is complete. Thank you. Roof Max. Have you ever heard of Roof Max, and is it good to use? I've heard of Roof Max. There's a couple products out there that you can use on your roof. And I don't want to, it's not snake oil. There is some value to it, but if your roof is old and it needs to be replaced, back in the old times, 2-3 years ago, maybe this product would be good to kick the can down the road and give you 3-4 years before you had to pay retail for a new roof. And I understand that. But customers, they don't need to get quotes anymore. Okay? They don't need to have people come to their house. As you know, when we were talking about technology and contractors, if you think about this, when you hire a contractor for a roof, siding, windows, they come in your house. And there's a lot, majority of contractors are good guys. I'll give you an example. I was in a company this week visiting Performance Home Improvement, Performance Remodeling. They sell Marvin, Infinity. They have some really good interior doors. And they do roofing, they do gutters, they do a lot of siding, and they do siding for everybody, whether it's hardy or vinyl. So it's interesting. They really do, and their showroom was amazing. Like, it's a legit professional business. And for the most part, home improvement should be sold in the home. However, with technology deployed properly, and this is the key, you don't have to have a salesman come to your home. We prove the model with the Roof Resource. Think about it. If you call a roofer out to your house, call a roofer out to your house, he's going to come to your house with the intention of selling you a roof. Now, you call them out there because you think you need a roof. Okay, so that levels it right there. However, no one knew this was the problem, and if it's really not a problem, but a contractor comes to your house and says, I'm an Owens Corning Platinum dealer, or I'm a GAF Master Elite, which is the pinnacle of the roofing people. Certainty, Select Shingler, They come out there to sell you the Owens Corning shingle or the GAF shingle. Now, I'm going to say this. The top brands of shingles, if they're installed properly, are all great. IKO, all of them. Great. Okay? And I'm serious. If, and here's the key word, if they're installed properly. What's stale and what's not the most appetizing portion of this in-home sales is that when the salesman comes to your house, and by the way, this is how he gets paid. Okay? This is how he gets paid. They get paid by selling you something. So they're there to get you to say yes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's you, the consumer, who should say, okay, I'm thinking about it. Or when he gets there, Mr. Homeowner or Mr. Selling me the roof guy, I'm not sure I'm ready to buy today. I want to get a bunch of quotes, and I want to feel comfortable. Now, the salespeople are already tuned in for that. They know. And they know you're going to get other prices. But their job is to convince you, educate you, and get you to the promised land, which means yes. Okay? Back in the day, okay, lead, follow, or get out of the way. That's how it works. So you need a leader in that. So when a contractor comes to your house and wants to sell you, he's going to sell you Owens Corning because he's an Owens Corning guy. Or he's going to sell you GAF because he's a GAF guy. There's nothing wrong with that, except you as the consumer are limited in your choices. They're going to jam down your throat Duration Pro. Okay? Nothing wrong with that, especially if it's installed right. But if you take the new way of doing business, the Amazon of roofs, think about this. The new way is where you, as a homeowner, gets a choice of any roof, any brand. How do you do that? Well, you have a company who prices it out using technology and says, hey, we priced your roof for a lifetime warranty. And the pricing that we use is for the products that are the lifetime products. Owens Corning, GAF, Atlas, IKO, Tamco, CertainTeed. And if you pick a shingle that's a little bit less money, the price goes down. Think about that. And then you're like, oh my God, this is too good to be true. Is it too good to be true? I don't think so. I've lived it. I've seen it. I've validated it. Like the triple sump pump. Backup upon backup. And you got to understand something. So, homeowners, I want you to come to the promised land. I want you to be happy and be like, oh my God, I got a roof for half price. I got a roof at cost. Now, here's something that is evolving, and it's, how you see trends. Here's what we notice. When homeowners, I'll get an email from a homeowner, and it says, hey, Adam, I went to your place, Roof Resource, and I loved it. No one came in, no one pressured me, except when I got a price, I got someone to price something similar. I go, okay, how was it? And they go, they were less. I go, whoa, impossible. But let's talk about it. And I said, what brand shingle? And they're like, oh, Owens Corning. I'm like, okay, great shingle. What about it? Well, I'm getting, the Duration Pro. Okay. Are they giving you the Owens Corning underlayment? Are they giving you all the system? And they're like, what do you mean the system? Ah, there you go. You see, a contractor will come to your house and say, you got Owens Corning Duration Pro. You're good, Mrs. Jones. But then they'll use replacement underlayment. They'll use different products that are a lot cheaper than the Owens Corning complete suite of products. So that lowers the price. But the homeowner doesn't know because they're seeing the brand of the shingle being put on. So what's the risk? Here is the risk, okay? The risk, my friends, is that if there's a leak, if there's a problem with a shingle, and then Owens Corning comes out in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, and they lift the shingle up. The first thing they do is lift the shingle up, and they see an off-brand underlayment. You know what they're going to do? They're going to look you straight in the eye and say, Mrs. Homeowner, unfortunately, you didn't use our system. Your warranty is null and void. Whoop, whoop. Now what? I don't want to have that feeling of anxiety coming through you, coming into me. That's why a lifetime shingle, lifetime warranty is because you use every product. Then the homeowner says to me, well, okay, Adam, let me ask. And then the contractor's like, it doesn't matter, the underlayment. None of that matters. So it becomes now educational. So there I was, talking to the homeowner, asking questions and explaining the quote. You see, one of the successes of home improvement is communication. And if you can do roofing done better and bring technology in and save homeowners money because of that, how could you not do this? And for everyone out there listening, I know a lot of contractors go crazy on me for talking about this, but it's so, like, I'm leading the way here. I'm changing an industry. Mike Harvey, the CEO and founder, and the whole team he put together. It's like the Yankees. I'm still trying to find out who I am. Am I the pitcher? I'd rather be the coach. I'm not a good player. Maybe the owner of the team? That's where I fit best, but who knows? My point is, I keep beating this up because I want everyone to know this is the ground floor. In a year or two from now, It's going to be automatic. Remember Blockbuster? Netflix came to Blockbuster and said, look, you can watch all your movies just on your computer and to your TV. We don't have to come over there and get a VCR tape and then return it and come back and forth. You know why I never used Blockbuster back in the day? Because I always was afraid to touch the VCR tapes because I'm like thinking to myself, 1,000 people touched it. Made me nuts. That's my OCD talking. Anyways, Blockbuster looked at Netflix and said, sorry guys, you're crazy. That ain't never going to work. I'm going to tell you why when we come back. Keep it locked in, my friends. This is Hire It Done, and my name's Adam Helfman. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. Don't forget it's Shout Out Saturday, 248-539-9797. Shout out to Justin and John from Advance. What up, fellas? Stop by Detroit Friday Feast next Friday, a week from now. Okay, go to Advance Plumbing. Check them out. Adam, maybe it was the VCR tapes you were running while you were walking through a wall of beats to go make your choice. Yeah, like the old Spencer's Gift. Does everyone remember Spencer's? I know they have them still in malls, but now they're just like T-shirt places. When I was littler, Tel 12 Mall. Remember? They had Coney Island. They had Hot Sam's. Remember that? Orange Julius. Oh, man, I'm living in the past. Kevin Clark at the Landscape Group in New Austin, Michigan. Shout out to him. Thank you. Yeah. Be Kind. Rewind. That was Blockbuster Video. So we were talking about Netflix coming to Blockbuster, and of course, they laughed. So that's kind of like what's happening with the roof company that we keep talking about, the Roof Resource, because they laugh. People are laughing at us. Well, the founder put together a dream team, like I said, and it's interesting because people are poo-pooing it. The word poo-poo is not like, it's like a slang for like, oh, it'll never work, that kind of thing. But I'm very impressed with our CEO. His name's Mike Harvey. And the reason why is because literally when I say dream team, he really put together the right people. We have a CFO. His name's Bob. Bob is like a numbers guy. He's not savantish, but he's triple sharp. And I love that. We've got, of course, we got me. That's all you need really to know, but we'll put me on the sidelines for a second. We've got, the ad professor. We've got one of the best Facebook marketing companies ever around. We have a CRM being created right now. You guys have no idea what we're building. And the advisors. Mike has put together a team of advisors. I'll give you one name so then we don't have to go through the VIP list. But a lady named Colleen Abdullah. If you Google her, you'll be like, whoa. She's on our board of advisors, and we've had a few conversations. And beyond, like, I know people that are smart, but this is like triple sharp beyond. This is benchmark, like chess player, like master chess players. And she used to be the CEO of WOW Cable. Everyone heard of WOW. They grew on the scene because everyone didn't like Comcast. And they were better customer service, same signal, but better pricing. And it grew like wildfire. She was the CEO and took them from $200 million to $3 billion. Imagine that, right? So she's on our board of advisors, and she's so busy. Like, I still am talking about it with my CEO, Mike, and I'm like, whoa. So anyways, it's just amazing. Is the Roof Resource hiring consultants? That just came into the ticket. Yeah, just visit roofresource.com and click on contact us, and we'll be able to talk to you. But my point here for everyone is there is a very, very big trend and switch in trend going on in the home improvement business. And of course, when we identify these, we want homeowners who are listening to learn about this. And so there's a lot going on in the Metro Detroit area. Just keep your ears peeled because we have new franchisees coming on board. And they're opening up in the next week or so. Detroit, the East Side, Birmingham, Oakland Township, the whole Southeast Michigan. You're going to see saturation there. So for everyone thinking about a roof, it's over. Don't even worry about it. Get prices everywhere if you want, but then come to us. Or come to us and then get prices. We don't care. There's no high pressure. You understand that? You decide when you're ready. Do you know how relieving that is? It's like, so good. Now, don't forget there's still good contractors out there outside of that. And in-home sales is going to continue for a long time in renovation. But, as you know, millennials and these younger kids want to buy home improvement from an app. You think they really want... Here, I'll give you an example. I was talking to a Renewal by Anderson sales guy. Triple sharp. And by the way, Renewal by Anderson does a really good job. And I was talking to him. I said, what, he was asking me about the roof resource and he was very impressed with it. He's like, wow, this is great. But what he was saying to me was, or I was asking him about younger buyers. I'm like, you go to Ferndale, Royal Oak, and get a young couple. What do they say to you? He goes, we go to their house. They have no idea what windows cost. And I'll go through it and I'll be like, here's why the windows technology. And I'll show them. And then they're like, and I'm like, yeah, it's $47,000 for a house full of windows. We're talking about a 1,600-foot bungalow. Now, it's expensive initially, but if you think about it today, it's not. And I said to them, well, how do they react? They look at each other and they look at me and said, okay, we're going to talk to our dad and then we'll get back to you. Now, as a father, I can see my son saying, yeah, let me talk to my dad. I'll call you right back. Now, when my son calls me to do that, I'm like, oh man, he probably wants me to pay. But it could be, hey, yeah, these are the better windows. Call this guy, call that guy, like quarterbacking the effort. Now, when I was a contractor, I will tell you that I experienced that where I go into a house and the homeowner's like, yeah, we're going to talk to our father. Or the father was like the expert, know-it-all. And he'd get his hands in the job and like literally ruin it. I have a great customer right now, actually, who I have some my contractors doing a bathroom for. She's super cool. I really like her. And her dad is a retired 747 pilot. So right away I meet him. I call him Captain. I'm like, Captain. He goes, yeah. I go, let me know right now. Just tell me. Be honest. I won't tell anyone else. Is the earth flat? I mean, if anyone's going to know, it's a 747 pilot, right? And he's an Army pilot. He was this guy was great. And he looked at me laughing. Because I'm like, how high did you go on a 747? He goes, we got above 50,000 feet sometimes. I'm like, did you see the curvature of the earth? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't believe you. I know the earth is flat. And he laughed. He looked at me like I was crazy. So now I'm like, ooh, because this guy don't lie. This guy's a legend. 747 pilot. You know what I'm saying? That's like a serious deal. He says the earth is not flat. Crushed me. So it's okay. It happens. But hey, I digress. I'm talking about this girl who I'm doing this consulting for her bathroom, and her dad's in there every day. He built houses before, so he's an expert. And my contractors are like, hey, Adam, can you tell him just like not to stand over us? He can be there to watch, but I don't want a guy breathing over my neck. I'm like, I got you. Long story short, the job's beautiful. He's super cool. The customer's amazing, but it reflects on the familial interaction of kids with their parents involved in that. So now, if it was like a quote over a phone and we can schedule your job in 7 to 10 days, which is super cool, why not do that? That's the way I look at it. But hey, what do I know? So if you're thinking of getting any home improvement done, call your contractor now. Look, you want a deck built this year? Maybe you can still get it done if you act quick. Brick pavers, landscaping, yeah, they're still out there. Things have caught up. It's not slowing, but it's caught up. And if you want some bigger projects, it's next spring that you're going to have get started, but you better plan now. Please plan now. So there's the projects, and then there's the maintenance. Furnace tune-ups, clean your gutters, little things like that. And then there's you want a bath or a kitchen? Call them out to your house. Start getting designs, Look, most people don't get a roof unless it's leaking. Although recently we had homeowners like, yeah, we're changing the colors of our house, so we want to change our roof. And I'm like, all right, great. And they actually saw it on Facebook, and they couldn't believe. Some people are like, this can't be right. This is too good to be true. How do you do my roof if you don't come here? Well, we sent an attic inspector. A licensed home inspector comes out before anything gets started. Measure twice, cut once, right, friends? It's all been mapped out. So I want you to know that's why we're here. I'm a nationally known home improvement expert. I'm not going to spiel and throw up on the radio airwaves a bunch of malarkey, although malarkey is a shingle. I'm here to help you, the homeowner, save money. You have my word on it. I don't put my name on a lot of things. This one, I'm all in on the river. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Next week, we'll be back with the best advice. Always. My name's Adam Helfman. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.